Hi there, Scorpio. How are you doing today? Welcome to your reading, and this is timeless for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, or it could resonate if you've got particularly strong Scorpio placements in your chart. And we're going to be looking at what your spiritual pathway is, what's happening for you in life in general at the moment, and the energy underpinning that. So we'll find out from Spirit what they want you to know, and messages of guidance on how to move forward on your pathway right now. So let's have a look and see what Spirit want to start with for you, Scorpio. Can we get the most accurate messages for the viewer with this energy, current energy, please? What are we being asked to do? Thank you. We've got adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. There's a sense of uncertainty, a sense of panic that's coming up with this. So it's almost like shallow breathing is what I'm feeling. But do you know when you feel really worried about something or concerned about something, and then it's like you can't see the things in front of you, or you miss things that you would never usually miss because there's like a lot of emotion, and it does affect our vision almost in a way, or how we tap into things, and what we remember. It kind of plays when we're in panic mode, or when we're in feeling really uncertain, or in any kind of fear or worry. There's something that happens in that energy. Is the top one okay? Bear with me. There we go. And replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. This is where we're moving away from um, going into something too deep that we know isn't right for us. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance. Indicate abundance is on the horizon. Nice. There's a good luck energy, a Jupiter energy I'm feeling with this. Nice. Let's have a look and see what's happening, what's coming up for you, and what has been attached to this energy just before you've got into this. You take your step forward. What are we? What are we moving away from? First of all, what are we moving away from? I feel like I want to do this a little bit different for you guys. What are we moving away from? Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, perfection. What else are we moving away from? Thank you. The Empress, nourishment. Something's been happening where you have been neglecting yourself, and put your energy into something outside of you, immaturity. Oops. Okay. Yeah, Four of Cups, distraction. Six of Pentacles, kindness. There's a kindness that's needed to yourself. Um, there's a kindness and a self-care that's needed for yourself. I feel like your energy has been going on other things. This could be other relationships, this could be other projects, work perhaps, or just a mixture. For a lot of you, I feel like this is a mixture of everything, um, and kind of striving to do the right thing, but actually it's taken out a lot more energy, and it's taken too much of you, and it's taken you too far away from what you want to do, what's fulfilling for you, what feels really good for you. Knight of Wands, immaturity. So I feel like this doesn't feel like immaturity so much in terms of the traditional sense of that word. It feels like a conditioning, like people tell you that you should be really, try really hard in the workplace or at work. But actually that's not the case. Quite often we try and try and try, and it's a lot more counterproductive than doing something we really like and then it being a little bit more effortless. It doesn't mean we don't um, work hard, but it's not hard work. Something here is really draining you. It could be in any part of your life, but you're definitely going from one thing to another. I feel like for a lot of you this is going to be a big transition between something like a life-changing move, a relationship change, a location change, a house change, something, um, work change. And we've got Four of Cups, distraction. Six of Pentacles, kindness. Yeah, be very kind to yourself. It's like you're saying, oh no, do you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Like you always put your own stuff off, and it's like, oh, it's okay. I'll do it next weekend. I'll do it next weekend. and then you never get around to it. There's always something distracting you from you. Okay, let's have a look at next steps. Yeah, I want to look at next steps. Okay, we're doing this way. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, what what are the next steps? What are we replacing all of this with? What are we replacing it with? Thank you. 10 of Wands, burdens. Yeah, this all of this is burden. You're totally, when we get to the 10, this is the release of something, and it's the complete release of the burden. Just total surrender. 5 of Pentacles, insecurity. Yeah. You've been worried. Yeah, you're finally moving forward from feeling worried about letting people down, what others might think of you, um, what others might say, the consequences, particularly perhaps in the workplace or in a relationship or with family. It's placed a lot of burdens on you. But what you're doing now, I'm going to put this here. What you're doing now, just so that you can still see them, is moving forward. It's like you've had this epiphany and you are moving forward and making progress, but purely this is all about you. This is you finding your sense of grounding, your sense of security inside as well as potentially outside. Maybe that's why we're picking up the physical here. With the Cancer energy coming through with the Chariot, that's the 4th house energy, which is all about our security, our roots, our home, and where we feel home. And that can be inside of you, that can be physical, and that can be who you share your home with, your immediate family. What else do we need to know about what is being replaced? What's happening moving forward? It's been a big weight, a big weight on your shoulders. 8 of Swords, anxiety. Yeah, this is what we are moving away from. Where you've been anxious, I feel like it's almost like you're gonna, and we've got romance. It's almost like you're gonna wake up one day and say, oh my, I don't feel anxious and insecure and heavy today. It's like, what happened? Because you've moved completely away from that. You've left all of that behind you. It's like that still exists, and that is part of history and part of learning, but you are completely leaving it all behind you and going to find something new. And it's like you're gonna fall in love with your new life. There is a transition here. There's a transition energy that's, I feel spirits asking you to be as patient as you can and as understanding as you can while things kind of like fall into place. I feel like there's a up and down, like few little bumps, while you just get things straightened out. And that could be moving, contracts. That could be new jobs, finding a new job, maybe going for a few interviews and the first ones don't feel right and it kind of worries you. Trust this process. It's not going to be too long, but I feel like there are a couple of things just need to kind of, you need to get through before it opens up and brings in this abundance. Yeah, we've got anxiety. I feel like this is spirit saying, don't be anxious about what's coming up. Don't allow that sense of worry to overtake here. What else for the viewer, please, spirit? Trust the timing, trust the process. This one, angel of strength. What's happening is you are being placed around better people. There's a period where you have to do this alone, a short period where you do this alone, pretty much alone. It doesn't mean that there's not people around you that you can lean on and lean into their strengths and their advice and their guidance and their love and their support, but you are finding much better connections that are, and it could be romantic, it could be in the workplace, it could be friendships, could be a number of things, like teachers, spiritual teachers perhaps. Okay, what else for the viewer, please? Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. So this is the solar plexus chakra. You're not quite ready to take action. There could be a retrograde going on for you. when you get to this message. Possibly it's that if it's there's no retrograde when you get to this and it's resonating for you, it's not the retrograde so much, it's the energy of the kind of turning back a little bit to then take to go further, to take action. Now is not the time to force action. It's the time to take action and then be okay and have patience when things don't go the way that you want them to, because the thing that you think that you want is being replaced by the thing that is actually super amazing. But it's always the case. We don't know until we get there that it's like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that job because I really love this. I really love this job, and I never would have found this job if I hadn't got rejected. There's a redirection happening in a lot of different ways. We've got appreciation. So this is just saying thank you for the learnings, thank you for the situation, the journey, and it's almost like just saying, okay, just almost in prayer or meditation or manifestation or whatever, visualization, whatever you resonate with and feels good for you, have the kind of like putting to bed or putting to rest the past in some way. It's like, okay, I totally understand why this and this happened. I feel sad and it, this hurt and I'm grieving about this still. And, or, I recognize the pain or the upset or the chaos this all caused. But I'm ready to move forward now. It's kind of like the intention and setting the intention and the energetic pathway, Spirit saying here, setting the energetic pathway. Okay, let's have a look at your spiritual path. What's happening spiritual pathway wise? What is being activated? What is happening? Because this is the strongest bit for you for this reading. What is happening? Power of presence, a power struggle, unlock your potential, authenticity. Exactly this. Exactly this. The power struggle is you giving up parts of yourself to in order for somebody else to feel more themselves. And I say that quote unquote because it's like this is very ego based energy, and I feel like there's quite possibly that this is just a change in dynamic, or just a change in the vibe between people or the situation somehow. But there's the power struggle is uh somebody kind of being too controlling or putting just this there's a controlling feeling. It feels, I mean, for a lot of you, I feel like this is the workplace or it's a romantic relationship or a very close friendship, because it's somebody who you speak to either every day or a few times a week, um, or it could be family. Yeah, definitely could be family here, where somebody asks something of you and it tests you and it pushes you, and they put you in, or you're being put in positions that make you feel anxious and secure and like a burden. But it's not you. It doesn't resonate with you. It's not who you are. It's not how you would do things yourself. Yeah, there's so you're learning, and this is why it feels so like this kind of like tearing away from the past energy, because it's like you want to get rid of the past, but you don't quite know what the future energy looks like, and it is really standing on your in your presence on your own. I think that's why there's this solo power energy that's coming through, because it really is about you really feeling into your own presence. Okay, let's see what else is coming up for you. Language of light. Oh, rediscovery, humble wanderer, and communication. I love this. This is like the rediscovering of yourself. This is you going on a very strong spiritual pathway. So the language of light is the language of your consciousness, of things that are greater than whatever has been keeping you kind of trapped. Do you know what I'm seeing? Like in cartoons when you've got the kosh for the where you've got the food, and then the kosh thing to keep the food warm. I'm seeing that, like, just keep getting smacked down so that you can't come up, or you just something's staying like a dome staying on top of you. But it's like you don't even have to try and break free, because you're trying to force something that somebody else is putting on top of you that feels a lot stronger. And it's like what you're learning here is this power of presence. You don't have to force that away, and fight and power struggle with somebody else. All you need to do is be truly in your own light, because naturally that light is more powerful than your force or your resistance. That power of authenticity is much stronger, and everything will just go away in that light anyway that isn't supposed to be with you. It's a very powerful image. Um, oh, yes, we've got soul family, happy reunion, support, order from chaos. Yes, we are definitely being connected to people that are in our soul family, and no longer being around people, certainly not as much as has been lately or in the past, that are not the best for your energy, your emotions, your being, your development, your own spiritual development. Okay, let's get some guidance for you now then, viewer. What do we need to know moving forward? What do we need to know? Okay. Ooh. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Peacekeeper. A harmonious resolution is possible. Yeah, so this is part of the communication side of things as well. Like, there doesn't have to be this power struggle, because sometimes by being in resistance, or by being in that confrontation, it just fuels and it adds to and it gains momentum. Whereas there is something where you can walk away and get what you need, um, without it being too, without it causing a mayhem. And trust in the higher forces right now, especially with any bumps that come up. All you need to know is, are you heading in the direction that feels better for you? Is being uh, is being unsure about whether you're going to find a job, does it feel lighter and more open than staying in your job? Because sometimes we can find this in our body. Oh, there's a book. I will leave it in the description box. There is a book by, I think he's an American man, Michael someone, and it's to do with magnet, like the your body saying yes and your body saying no. I'll find it. I've got it somewhere, and I'll leave it, because that's what I'm picking up on, like your body saying yes or your body saying no, and really being in tune with your own energy and your own body. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Yes, it's exactly what we're talking about. You will find it. I feel like everything else just needs to shake off first. What else for the viewer, please? Um, oh, it's annoying me now that the name of that author he's a doctor, I think. Um, yeah, but I will leave it in the description box, if you're interested in anything like that, like physical energy. And he uses magnets to kind of clear the energy. And yeah, so, and we've got, well, this is part of the medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. It's like trusting the medicine of what's been happening, trusting the learning of what's been happening, but also knowing the medicine for your own healing. And that's important right now. Spirit want you to have that. They want you to have this sense of just understanding, the sense of knowing, this sense of strength as you go through this. It's like it opens up. It really opens up. Okay, let's have a look at your journey. So what can we expect as we start to walk forward? We know that we're going through some bumps, or we can expect to see some bumps. We don't know what they're going to be, where they're going to show up. I do feel this is the like 3-4 months, if not a bit shorter, before it really starts to straighten out, or before this luck really kind of takes power. But there is luck. There is always luck. Oops, sorry, those have just fallen on the floor. There is luck, because the luck is being moved away, being told no, or being redirected, or being moved away, or something not working out that you want to work out. There's still luck in that, because the next thing that's coming is so much better. Okay, we have, yeah, okay, we've got transformation. Yes, a fresh new way of living emerges. It's going to look totally different. 6 months from now, certainly 1 year from now, reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. You will get to where you want to get to. So where we were saying earlier, like, what feels better, not having the job, what feels lighter, more true, more open, and more aligned. And it's not about your head. This is all about your energy space, because you can leave a job and be terrified but know that it's the right thing, and then get a job 2 weeks later because something like a vacuum, you've just allowed space for something better to come in, or something to come in that you really have been wishing for. And but then that's what's happening for you right now, but it needs the space first to be created in some way. This is all about following your intuition. What else for the viewer, please, on the journey? What can we... Oh, okay, we'll take these ones. Anything else? No, there we go. Okay, we've got yes, choosing your path and rainbow blessings. So you have a choice now. You will not be forced into a corner anymore. You will not be forced into a corner or down a path or down a road. Anything is possible right now with this space. So it's like having one page of a map. Now you've got the entire globe, and you get to decide. And this is supported by blessings, rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. You're already blessed from the offset. As soon as you take your first step, you're blessed. And it's being in alignment with this truth. You're going to feel a lot lighter, a lot lighter. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot now and see what else Spirit want you to know about moving forward, your journey forward, what's coming your way, what kind of energy. Yeah, Two of Wands, totally up to you which way you move now, completely up to you. What do we need to know? Yeah, I was just about to say, what do we need to know about this Two of Wands? Because for some of you, you might feel like you just don't know which way to go right now. So Spirit's got pulled us out the moon, and this is really what emotionally is feeling good for you. What feels deeper. Things are feeling shallow. That's why it's felt disconnected. It hasn't felt deep, of value, of purpose, of fulfillment. So go deeper and think about the things like, for some of you, you might be a bit scared about the judgment. So say if you're a scientist, I'm just using this as a metaphor because this is the energy Spirit's giving me. Obviously, this isn't going to apply to everyone. But if you're a scientist and all your friends are scientists, and you've built your life being a scientist, and then all of a sudden you want to go and be a painter. And you're like, but there's a sense of you're going to lose all your friends, everything that you know is going to go. You don't really, you've got this hobby painting, but you don't really know where to start with it, or how to run your own business. Perhaps there's something here that is completely different, where you might be worried about what other people might say, because it looks like from the outside you've got this like perfect life perhaps, or everything's fine and you should just deal with it, and nothing, but you really do feel this something's broken inside, or in this pathway, and you want to go down your own pathway. Spirit is saying, don't bury these things because you're worried about something, or a reaction, or a judgment for anybody else. Follow, like, this is a chance for you to really be on your own, thinking about what you want to do, and then communicate that out to other people, or take steps to inquire, or see how you can bring it to fruition. But really dive deep, and don't keep anything in, especially in your own mind. Don't keep anything in a secret energy. Yes. Oh, okay, so we have the Knight of Cups again. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to, whatever you decide to do, particularly if this is to do with work, you're going to be much better off. If this is to do with a relationship, it's like life is harder in the relationship than it would be out of the relationship. This is only if you know already, when you get to this message, that this particular thing isn't right. You already know something is really unfulfilling, and that's what this is referring to. Not if that's a part of your life that feels really good. This is something you already know that is draining. And we've got Eight of Cups and Knight of Cups. So you're definitely walking away from something, but you're walking away from something brave and brilliant and true. You're not there's more courage and passion in this walking away than there is of any sadness. There's no regret. There's just moving forward. It doesn't mean that there's no grief here. It's just moving forward, knowing that you're doing the right thing. Particularly when it comes to the things that you really love, that you really want to be involved in, that you find pleasurable. with the Knight of Cups energy. And this whole situation, this whole thing, whatever's happening with you at the moment, whatever changes are coming your way, this is like, it's like, oh my God, there's going to be such a relief, like such a relief, because you're following your truth. And you're going to find maybe a spiritual teacher or somebody else who really encourages you to be truly you. Okay, let's get some final words of guidance from Spirit for you. It's very intense energy here. So it feels very intense, but it will feel a better intense soon. Okay, we'll feel better intense soon. Okay, we've got flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experiences and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. This is what we're talking about. Shed the inner light on any unclear areas. So anything that you've been repressing or pushing down because somebody else is judging you or being mean, I want to say, or being, not supportive in any way, or making you feel embarrassed or shame or anything like that. It's time to no longer put those thoughts, those desires to the bottom of the ocean. It's time to bring them up, because that's where you're going to flourish, when you do the things that you want to do, and you communicate and you share the things that make you feel happy and alive. You haven't felt alive, like on the inside, you haven't felt alive. It's like you've just been going through the motions, but that is definitely going to change. You've already hit the pathway before getting to this reading. So whatever it is that you're changing, or you're thinking about changing, or you're doing research to change, or you're planning your plan, it is going to take off. It's really going to take off. You're going to be much happier. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Exactly. Do you remember earlier we said it's not about, with the kosh, or somebody putting this dome over you, or somebody somehow like trying to stop you from breaking out. There's and it's not about you having the physical strength to push that kind of that dome off you. It's about you having the presence, um and being completely present, and this power of presence to your own light, and shining that light, because everything else just dissolves in that light. That's what this is talking about, shining from within. I do feel there's somebody or something around you that is very shallow, and that judgment is not what you need right now, because you're deep and purposeful and powerful. You're a powerful being, and it's stopping you from going to these depths. Whatever this is stopping you from going to the depths, but no more, because you are about to break out. Yeah, you're about to break out and take action in this way, and you've got so much strength. You've got so much strength, and I want to say as well, you've got so much help from Spirit pushing you forward as you go through these next couple of months. But then it comes out, and it's like you'll never be in this situation again. You'll never be in the depths of this type of situation again. It's done now. It's like it's karma dharma energy almost. Okay, viewer, I will leave it there for the reading today. Thank you for watching with me as always, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.